Yo, it's Guido coming at you with a Tactics Talk. Welcome back, guys. Thanks for tuning in. All Tier 8 on Himmel's Outpost Dorf in the old M48 RPZ. The Shovel. Look at that. It's a German Tier 8 medium tank, and it is, it's average. It used to be bad. Now I would say it's average. Some might be in the slightly above average category on this thing, but it's a medium. It's a big medium. It is a relatively slow medium. The gun is okay. It recently had an alpha buff, so it does 280, so sometimes it'll hit for 300, which seems like a great thing with a medium if you've been around for a long time, but after power creep, it's pretty average overall. But we're going to talk about measures and countermeasures here. And I'm sorry about that, Schwartz. Speaking of the Schwartz Panzer, there's another pretty average tank that's about to get a buff, actually, in this next patch. Watt 2.0. Is it really 2.0? Not really. But it is a big patch. It is a big patch. We're going to talk here about, watch this shot. No, that's not the one I was thinking about. I hit that shot on another video, I think. Anyway, we're going to go over here to this side. We've got a lot of mediums and TDs and the light tanks over here, so looks like we're going to be able to turn this flank, but I did get lit, so maybe the ELC got a little piece of me, or potentially somebody up on the hill saw me. So we're going to turtle up here. There is one artillery to deal with, and this is going to be a really close and interesting game. There's a lot of ebb and flow in this game. The ebbage and the flowage. I'm like, all right, Barask, what are you doing? Watch this, fellas. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Heck of a shot, if I don't say so myself, and I do. And then we got this guy. He's getting thumped. And then he gets tracked, and that's pretty much the end of that poor guy right there. Boop. All right, 2 kills, we'll take it. 599 damage. Enemy team makes big mistakes right there. Especially the T-26 E5 pushing is just really dumb. The Barask itself, how could he know that I was going to pixel snipe him from that range? He was trying to get rid of that LIS. The heavies are doing okay-ish so far. We do have 4 of their guys dead, to include 2 of their light tanks. If not all their light, both their light tanks and a Burr and another heavy. So we're feeling pretty good. We are now kind of closing on these guys and creating crossfires, but watch as we just sort of fritter advantages away here. The AC-48, Schwartz Panzer, all these guys, I'm not really sure what they're doing back there, but they're finally starting to move. And this is one of the more dangerous pushes on this map. If the enemy team is smart, and they've fallen back to these positions back here, and they have the middle over here where the KPZ, the MKPZ is, and the ST-66. This is difficult to push here, guys, if they have that many guns back there, as we are about to find out. All right, there's that guy. Unfortunately, he's not interested. I was really hoping he'd just come around the corner and try to go after the ELC. We're going to miss that shot. Dadgummit. I think there's a lot of us staring at him. CS-60 or 53 is raging around. Oh, boom. Hey, boy. Tell you what, Dispersion loves me today. Now he... Oh, if I'd been ready. No! That's too bad. All right, 880 damage. Got a couple kills still. But check it out. It's 4-4 now. And what we've lost is heavies and a good medium. So our heavies are done. It looks like the Brenos is just about done for. There he goes. Ooh, all of a sudden, we no longer have the advantage. And we also don't have a crossfire. In fact, we never really had a crossfire because the heavies hadn't won that. We're making a big push here that works really well if the heavies have won up there in the north, but they haven't. The enemy team was able to fall back with a lot of their mediums. And now they're tearing up our push. And I'm already not loving what I'm seeing right now. I'm watching this going, this is bad. Unfortunately, I don't pin him. That didn't give me lit, so that's fine. And then he falls behind the hill, so I no longer have a shot. So we'll work over this way. Got an RHM. That KPZ is still alive. Not good. Okay, swing around here. There's a CS-53 that has some hit points left. The Schwartz kind of goes up there and sells out. but he kills him. Good. This guy comes around. We'll put a shot on him. All right, great. All right, that evens things up a little bit. I like that, but we still have an RHM. Big cannon on that thing. He takes some hit points damage. Nice. We don't quite get the KPZ dead. Put a shot on him. Lucky there that he didn't do any damage to me. I know he has a long reload, so we're going to hit this dude. That doesn't kill him, but the Schwartz gets rid of him. Actually, it was the KPZ-07. So good gang tackle there, and we're able to get rid of that linchpin. But notice what's going on down by our cap. We got the conceiver and another heavy and a 110, and I don't know where the Tiger is. And for some reason, we got two lights that pushed into the back there. So we need to kind of get our crap together, swing over this way, and try to take on the two conceivers. Take a hit from him, I'm just going to have to keep trucking. There's no reason. Because I'm now sandwiched. If I want to keep backing into the Type 59 and deal with these guys, that would suck. So I have to use this dude as some camo? Armor. Use this guy as some armor. One conceiver dies, that's great. I really wish I had just pushed right there. Figured, you know what, I gotta go. Oh, he didn't track me. He did track me, and he did damage. That sucks. Maybe I can get a bounce. We gotta get rid of this guy. That sucks. Another shot of damage in there. Got the medium coming in. And we ram him. Great. Well, one nice thing about being a big fat medium is you're kind of heavy. So we get a little extra damage off of that guy. Up to 3 kills. We got 2,094. There's the 110. So he sort of made a mistake. Sort of pushing into the back of all that mess. Put a thump on him for 291. Nice little high roll. So he's a one-shot. Looks like maybe he's going after the Artie, but the RHM finds him. Great. Good. Alright, so we went down to the south, right? That push sort of failed. I moved back to the middle to try to clean up the middle so we wouldn't get in too bad of a crossfire. Swung back to our cap because their enemy heavies kind of made a push there. Got split up a little bit, making a bad move, really. If once their heavies had won, which they did there in the north, and they'd all gone back, they'd be in a much better position than they are right now. Even so, they have some pretty decent hit points. And they have some decent tanks. You got the Tiger 1, the Type 59, the ST-66. We got a lot of guys that are kind of one-shots here. Or two-shots. WZ's getting thumped. And this is a tough nut to crack, guys. The Type 59's in a pretty good spot. The Tiger 2 is not in a great spot, but he does have cover from the ST-66 and the Type. So it's not like we can just jump down and take on the Tiger right there without getting shot. The 66 gets spotted. I'm not really sure why he's messing around up there. He really should have fallen back a bit. So it looks like he's going up into the top part of the town. He's also about full hit points, if not full hit points. So he's a problem. Tiger 2 is only taking one hit. The Type 59 is a one-shot. I'm going to work over here towards the middle. Yeah, I changed my mind. I thought about pushing there, but that Type 59 was going to see me come around that corner no matter what I did. He's up on that hill. It's a pretty good position. I'll get stuck on the conceiver. Really bad move by the conceivers, too. I mean, I kind of understand what they were trying to do, come around behind us, but the problem is there was unaccounted for tanks over here still. The RHM being probably the biggest one that they needed to worry about, and some other tanks. So it was just pushing up through here, just put you in a crossfire from all these different directions, which is how they got knocked out. All right, now I see the Tiger 2 pushing up, so good. He's around that corner. Changed my mind, right? Measures, countermeasures. We have the hill, so I don't really need to push into the ST-66. If he's going to sit there and not push the RHM, see how the RHM has nice vision on what's going on towards the cap? As long as the RHM's sitting there, I'm not worried about the ST-66. Let's come around here and try to get rid of the Tiger 2. And the good news is, our guys actually gang tackle him. So his push around that corner exposed him to all these guys. We did lose a tank doing it, but they do a nice job reacting it, right? So countering what he just did. Kind of a dumb move on his part, to be honest. So we'll go ahead and come up top here. I am running the vision setup in this particular battle, so I have my CVS and my optics, which is going to help this thing see a decent amount. We have 6 minutes and a half, plenty of time. We don't really want to drive onto the cap right now because they do have the ST-66 and the Type 59 is spotting. Where is this Type 59? Dead. Okay, great. Come up the hill. We'll use this road. I know it's sunken, so it should protect me in case the ST is up on the left there in the town. And if he's down below right here, I can back up and use this road for some kind of hold down stuff and get away if I need to. Oh, he goes that way. That's helpful. I'll take that. Very lucky. He seems to be charging hard. So we'll let him do this if he wants. And if he wants to come around the corner, I'll take my free shot. All right, one of my buddies is now taking shots on him as well. I see that going on. I kind of expected him to kill the KPZ, but he didn't. I wish I'd have pushed. Miss. But now he is in a crossfire. There's nothing to do. See his turret move, so that's going to be helpful for me. We'll shoot him right there. 2,845 damage, 1,230 assist. We end up with 4 kills. Measure, countermeasure, guys. Always be thinking while you're playing this game. Just because you want a flank doesn't mean that that's going to win the game. It also doesn't mean you need to continue to stay on that flank. Generally, it means exactly the opposite. Winning a flank early in this game, like we did there, usually means your other side has trouble. Usually means. Or if your other side had trouble just because they got outplayed, say it was just even anyway. You won on an even flank because you outplayed that flank. Your flank, other flank, gets beaten with even amounts of tanks. What they had left is smart and falls back. Well, why walk into the buzzsaw, especially when their other flank is now looking around going, all right, now who do we shoot? Well, they're going to come get you. At least some of them are going to come get you, so why walk into it? Go find somewhere else to go. Look at the mini-map and decide what the next most important thing is to kill. Remember, you're trying to set the condition to cap or win. The condition of killing all the enemy tanks for a win, well, that's a pretty easy one. You just track them all down and kill them just. Right? That's the general idea. But if you're trying to set conditions for cap, you got to pay attention to where all their tanks are. So in the case of this one, that KPZ, MKPZ, and RHM in the middle, they had to go. We couldn't let them sit there because any kind of attempt to go on the cap was going to be a problem with Crossfire, not to mention all of their heavies that won up there in the north, just as an example in this particular map or this match. So move around, take out, try to isolate their isolated tanks, take out their aggressive tanks that are near your cap, right? So we went back, got rid of the conceivers and the other guys that were pushed. And then you can see how we just sort of took them out. Their team did a little bit of that as well. They were able to jump on some of our isolated tanks that were making stupid pushes, unsupported. But we just ended up with enough guns and enough hit points at the end that we're able to win that measure, countermeasure war right there. That is all I've got. Have a great one. See ya.